Okay.
Hello and welcome to Mommy Dentist and Business Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Grace Yam. Welcome back, everyone. And for our new listeners, I just want to say welcome to our space. Our podcast has been going on for a good 7 years, and we have been consistent and have won fan favorite dental podcast 4 years in a row. And last year we won number one dental podcast. So we were really proud of that accomplishment and achievement. And we could only do that with our community and our listeners. And so thank you for listening. Thanks for stopping by. And if you're new here, I hope that you'll continue to come back. And again, our community is mostly on Facebook and Instagram, and we love supporting other women and mothers in dentistry. Today, I have a speaker who I'm excited to introduce you all to. Her name is Linda Ricketson, and she is the president and CEO of Dental Lifeline Network. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, and congratulations on the success of this podcast. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been blood, sweat, and tears. We are actually downloaded in over 44 countries.
Amazing.
It's pretty amazing how wide the net can be cast and how far, I would say, and internationally. So we're very proud and excited to have listeners from all over the world. And I really am excited for them to get to know you. And my very first question is, if you don't mind telling all of our listeners a little bit about yourself, what you do, and how you got to where you are today.
That's great. I'm happy to. I've spent the entirety of my career in the nonprofit sector, and now
Wow.
I'm fortunate to lead Dental Lifeline Network, which is a national nonprofit that provides free, comprehensive dental treatment to our nation's most vulnerable individuals. These are people living with disabilities, the elderly, and those who are medically fragile and need dental clearance to obtain life-saving care. Approximately 15% of the individuals we serve are veterans who do not qualify for care through the Veterans Administration.
Wow. That is amazing. Kudos to your community and your organization for doing God's work. I mean, that is phenomenal. I'm just so happy and excited to hear that you have this heart for serving and for providing care to those that cannot access care. Now, I'm just curious, how did you end up doing this?
It's a little bit of a long story. I was working in hospitality before I really entered career working days. And I was walking home from work one day and just had an epiphany that altruism was really important to me in my work. And
Mhm.
so I started looking for a job and ended up at the Women's Foundation. And it was just really wonderful to be surrounded by really strong, powerful women who nurtured me throughout my career. And I would say that those relationships have really sustained me throughout my career, and I'm still connected with a lot of those women that I was introduced to over 30 years ago.
Wow, amazing. That is like so cool. I love that. I have so many other questions now that stem off of this. And, I think that when you're running a nonprofit, it's difficult, to run a nonprofit. It's not as easy as it sounds. And there's a lot of hoops and a lot of things, especially with legal things and structuring and all of that. But what are the biggest challenges that Dental Lifeline Network faces?
Sure. So, our ability to recruit and retain volunteer dentists
Mm.
has been impacted by multiple factors.
Mhm.
First and foremost, the retirement of the baby boomers really diminished our volunteer ranks. And
Mm,
that is a natural attrit that we planned for.
mhm.
Also, dental practices, as you know, are grappling with shortages of dental hygienists, which affects their ability to take on a pro bono patient. Some dental practices still report to us that they're reeling from COVID. They've not recovered completely yet. And also, younger dentists are leaving dental school with exorbitant debt. So they typically leave dental school, join a dental service organization so that they can focus on dentistry and not take on additional debt to
Mm,
establish private dental practices, at
mm.
least initially. And so, um, more than 6,300 people nationwide applied for help through our DDS program, which is donated dental services, from October 24 to August 25, just as a most recent time point. And
Mm.
as of this past September, 1,480 applicants remain on the wait list to be referred to volunteer dentists for treatments. we really need two things to get these patients the care that they desperately need. We need volunteer dentists to say yes, and we need funding to support our staff who coordinate this care and make it easy, easy, easy for the
Mhm.
dentists.
Yes, absolutely. Removing friction, if you will, is a challenge. My question really for the need of dentists and volunteers, what areas are you serving and what cities are you in, I would ask.
We're all over the country. And so it's really easy to volunteer. You can go to our website, which is www.dentallifeline.org. And there's an opportunity there to sign up. There's also an opportunity that's where patients access the portal to begin the process. And
Mhm.
so, really, everywhere across the country, there's need in rural areas, probably more so than the urban corridors, but we
Mhm.
really need help everywhere.
And do the patients then get sent to the doctor's office?
Yes, that's a great question. So, the way that it works is a patient will apply, and then we have coordinators who will interview the patient and find out a lot of information from them, what their financial situation is, what their support system is like. We want to really make sure that patients are compliant and have all the access to a support system to ensure that they make it to the dental office there on time, make sure that they're grateful, and then along the way, this process, there will always be specialists and labs involved in these cases. And
Mm,
so the coordinator helps to bring those other
mm,
groups in to ensure that
sure.
the solidity of the case.
I know it's non for profit, but even with a non for profit, you need funds and you need money. You'd mentioned. How do you obtain funds?
We have a robust development team of 3 people who apply for grants. We have state funding in 20 states. And then we also apply for a lot of grants through foundations. We also get support from individuals. And what the support does is help us to do marketing, to make people aware of our program, both individuals who can volunteer for us and also patients who are in need of the care. And we need that funding to sustain our staff, really. It's a very people heavy program.
Sure, absolutely. Now, I know that you said that there's 3 people on the team so far. Is that correct?
On the development
Just
team.
on the development
Yeah,
team.
we have over 50 all told.
Okay, okay, and it's all spread out. Wow, that's quite a lot of team members to be supporting, to be doing this effort. It's quite a large organization, if you will. And I guess when did you start this?
The organization was founded in 1974 by a dentist who had a sister who was living with disabilities. And he recognized this inability for her to receive competent care. And so he started the
Absolutely.
organization in 74. And then the donated dental services program began in 1985.
Wow, just wow. Do you partner up with any dental schools?
We do. We have a Brian D. Stone Award that we give to students who are altruistic. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing anything for Dental Lifeline Network, but we just want to reward that volunteerism. And we
Mm,
ask them to sign a pledge that once they are established as dentists, that they'll take patients.
amazing. That is truly amazing. And I love that it's local. You don't have to go anywhere.
It's true. Right. It's true. And we often have dentists go into dental schools and do lunch and learns and really talk
Mm,
about their experience as a volunteer dentist and
mm.
types of cases that they see through Dental Lifeline Network.
Amazing. And what about for doctors then? So it's volunteering their time, but are they also volunteering to spend their own money on materials?
We typically are able to get labs to donate fabrications and whatnot, but it is their time. And I'm obviously the PE and some of the other materials would be also donated by the dentist and the dental practice.
Okay, great. Do you partner with any companies that will donate materials?
We do. We have quite a bit of corporate support, and they will often donate product that will also help
Amazing.
facilitate these cases.
That is really amazing. And how many, I guess, patients does one doctor usually take?
We have a really easy ask. We ask dentists to take 1 patient per year. We recognize that these are pretty extraordinary cases. On
Mm,
average, the value of the case is about $5,000. We're talking about
mhm,
full
mhm,
restorations,
mm,
dentures, extractions. So it's a big ask, but it also is something that, again, we make very easy for them to
mhm.
do.
Amazing. And do you have children who need work as well?
Recognize that children benefit more from Medicaid than adults do. And so we really do focus on adult population.
Population. Okay. Wonderful. I mean, you've achieved so much and the organization has achieved so much. What are you most proud of?
Well, I will again, the program began in 1985. And since that time, we have served almost 180,000 individuals
Wow.
through the generosity of volunteer gent. I know it's a large number.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Just quite the achievement. And the people that work there make it happen. And you said there are about 50, and there must be so many different roles just to have this happen and make it happen. I think it's so, so, so neat.
It's really,
I'm stunned. I'm wowed. I'm
I
like,
mean, it's a big program and quite an accomplishment. Through the generosity of the volunteer dentist lab, the treatment value of all of those cases collectively is over $581 million.
ah, wow. Just wow. I'm so impressed. And it's really amazing what you have accomplished and what your organization has accomplished. Now, how does volunteerism with the Dental Lifeline Network help promote corporate social responsibility and encourage employee recruitment and retention?
So, dentists entering the workforce now really want to align their career with their values. They
Mhm.
became dentists because they want to help people. Volunteering helps people to build a stronger sense of self, and it's proven that it improves well being. The helper's high, as they call it,
Mhm.
is the positive feeling that comes from doing good deeds, and helping others can release endorphins,
Mhm.
dopamine, serotonin, all the brain chemicals that create happiness.
Mhm.
And when a dental office agrees to see a Dental Lifeline Network patient, these feelings impact not only the dentist, but the hygienist, the assistant, and the front office manager. We hear time and time again how impactful the experience is for the entire practice. It's a very bonding
Yes.
experience. And it's good for business. Turnover in the workplace, as you well know, is both demoralizing and it's also quite expensive. And when margins are so small, we really need to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Surveys show that when there is a work sponsored volunteer program, that almost 80% of employees have a high level of work satisfaction, and compared to the 55% who don't have that opportunity.
Mm.
So it really
Ah,
does impact the bottom line.
it's just really special what you're all doing to help our our community, the people who are in need, and for the doctors, you're doing a good deed. And just an FYI, I've studied a lot on the science of happiness. And the science of happiness, I mean, it's taught in many different universities, and there's various PhDs that have done research and promoted it. Laurie Santos over at, was it Stanford or Yale? And then there's Dr. Tim Bono, who's at Washington University, and several other doctors. There's one at UC Irvine. And the research shows that people who are happy are those that do philanthropy, like, that there's a small component, like,
Mhm.
giving actually makes you happier, and giving without expecting anything in return, and I think that there's a little key component there, and I think for all of the listeners that are listening, you may give back in your own way, whether it's time, whether it's money, whether whatever it may be, but part of happiness in the human psyche is giving, and if you have talents and you have skill, not everyone can be a dentist, not everyone can be a hygienist, not everyone can be in the dental industry, but we have special skill sets that can make an impact, that can make a difference, that can make someone smile, that can make somebody happy. And so why not take on one patient a year? I mean, and you get help too. I mean, you can get things, materials covered, and it's a team kind of approach in your office. It makes everyone feel good in the office. And so I just think it's so special that your program and your organization exists to unite those that are in need and for those that want to practice philanthropy and use their natural talented gifts to make a difference in somebody's life. And it's only one patient a year. So thank you for that. I just think that that is tremendous and a good way, especially during the holiday season, to kick off being thankful. And I believe today is Giving Tuesday.
Yes, you're right.
So, for those of you listening, sign up. Linda, what is the website for DLN?
www.dentallifeline.org.
Wonderful. And if they have questions for you or your team, do they just go through the website?
Sure, or they can certainly give me a call. I can give you my direct phone number. It's 720-287-6188.
Great. Where is 720 from?
I'm based in Colorado.
Not too far from me. I'm in California.
It's great.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I have one last question before I let you go.
Great.
And what is your number one piece of advice on what you do to find balance or harmony between your professional and personal life?
Well, the best advice I've received as it pertains to work-life balance was to abandon the notion that it is attainable.
Truth.
I know it sounds harsh, but in reality, it's really liberating. I mean, recognizing that or accepting that there will be times when work dominates our lives and times when our personal lives are going to take over really reduces anxiety for me. All of that being said, there are some strategies like managing technology and time
Mhm.
blocking that can be helpful. But when I'm starting my workday, I actually visually push the remnants of personal drama out of my life.
Mhm.
When I'm done with my workday, I do the same thing with pushing the work drama away so that I could be really focused and be really present.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you for being here today with me and our community and listeners. Sign up if this moves you and the spirit moves you to do work not work, but volunteer and have the spirit of giving and making an impact. And I think that all of our mommy dentists have a heart for that. And that's what makes our community great. So I really hope that this podcast leads to fulfilling some of your volunteer needs and answer some questions. And I know that many women and men listening, they don't have to be a part of our community. You don't have to be a mommy dentist to do this. It could be anyone who's listening that wants to volunteer. So I hope that you'll take this opportunity, reach out to Linda, and let us know. I'd love to know. Like, send us pictures. Let us see
Uh,
pictures of you and your patient and how happy they are. Thank you so much, Linda.
Thank you very, very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And again, listeners, if you are a mommy dentist or you're in our Facebook pages, I just want to give out a reminder that our Social Summit Conference is going to be in Washington, D.C. So go to our website to sign up for next fall. And if you are a practice owner and you want to attend our CEO Roundtable, it just was put on a wait list. We have made room in our cohort A, which meets in May. Again, that's on our website at mommydibs.com. And lastly, for all of you interested in artificial intelligence and all thing AI related to dentistry, our clinical event is in March in Chicago. So come meet us there. And it is open to everyone and anyone who's in the dental field. You don't have to be a MDIB. So go to the website, check it out, and we will see you there. Thank you again, Linda. Have a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you, Dr. Yum.